How often are you in a bad mood and not even sure why? If you want to find out the answer to that question, make sure you keep watching this video until the end. When you think about your life, how often do you feel like you are on autopilot? And what I mean by autopilot is just going through the motions of your day, going from point A to point Z, everywhere in between, and not even really recognizing how you've gotten there or what's been going on around you. For example, maybe you're eating your lunch at your desk during work, and by the time that you're on to your last bite, you don't even remember what it even tasted like. Or how about when you come home from a long day of work and you've left your keys in the door? Or you're on your way home and you finally pull into the driveway and then remember that you were supposed to pick something up on the way home. That's what I mean by autopilot. Not even recognizing the things that need to get done around you because we are so caught up in our heads with our thoughts and emotions that we are so detached from the present moment and from what is going on around us. Hi, my name is Alexandra Streisand and I am a certified and professional confidence and relationship coach. If you're looking for ways to become more mindful, to start releasing the depression, the anxiety, and the stress in your life, and start creating more abundance, happiness, and enjoyment, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell below so you get notified every time I put out a video. So let's jump back in. How often is it that you have a small situation that you are triggered by that now turns into something so much bigger and you don't even know how the argument started, or what even happened in the fight, or why it's even escalated to the way that it has? That is a result of being on autopilot. Our autopilot tendencies are particularly unhelpful when we are in those negative situations, when our mind is now going down a downward spiral and we start finding every reason as to why something has gone wrong and how we can change it and what we should have done to change it in the first place. For example, maybe you're at work and something goes wrong with the project that you are working on, and now your mind starts racing. All of these thoughts start coming up for you, and the next thing you know, you are wondering when you're gonna get fired and when you're gonna be called into your boss's office, because that is the only explanation for the next step of what has happened. That's when we need to pause, because our minds can so quickly jump to conclusions and go down this rapid, crazy spiral that is so unrealistic from what is actually going on around us. And when we can start creating more mindfulness around the situation at hand, we can start detaching from so much of the negative and start really observing what is happening around us in a much different way. That means that we can release the anxiety, the overwhelm, and the stress. Because when we start bringing more awareness around what it is that we're doing in the present moment, we now have the ability to consciously make a new decision and to start recognizing things in a different way. And when we become more present, we start really enjoying the deliciousness that life has to offer. And now, speaking of deliciousness, let's try something together. I read that a great way to start incorporating mindfulness is to start by using our 5 senses. The first one being taste. Now, mindfulness teachers all over the world since the 1970s have used taste as their first step by incorporating raisins into this experiment. So if you have some raisins, I want you to click that pause button real quick, jump up and get some raisins. If not, no big deal. Find another food in your refrigerator or your cabinet that we can work with. So now that you have your raisins or whatever it is that you picked, I want you to put it in your hand. Look at the texture, the color, the shape, those little grooves. Embrace what you're looking at. Then next, I want you to put it up to your ear. See if you can rub it in between your fingers and if it sounds like anything. Be really mindful in regards to what you are hearing. Maybe you're hearing nothing at all. Maybe you're hearing a squish or a really loud noise or a crunch. Next, I want you to smell it. Hold it up to your nose and just breathe in. What does it smell like? Is it fruity? Is it sweet? Is it acidic? What is that smell? And now as you're looking at it, as you're hearing the sounds, and as you are smelling it, be aware of what thoughts are coming up for you. Are you actually in the moment with the food in front of you? Or are you thinking about other things? Is your mind wandering off? And that's no problem if it is. I just want you to be aware of it. And maybe write that down. Write down the thoughts that are coming up. And then next, we're diving into taste. And what I want you to do is start putting the raisin against your lips a little bit. Feel the grooves. Feel the texture. And now put it in your mouth. Don't chew just yet. Swish it around in there a little bit. What about when it hits your teeth? Sit there for a moment. And now put it in just the right spot, and I want you to chew. What is it that you're tasting? Is it exploding with flavor, or is it bland? Are you enjoying it, or can you not wait to get it out of your mouth? Be really, really aware of what tastes you are experiencing and whether or not it's pleasurable or something that is on the more disgusting side. Now, what I want you to do is, if you have more of that food or those raisins, do this all over again. And the next time, I want you to write down what came up for you. What did you see? What did you hear? What did you smell and taste, and what were the thoughts that were coming up for you? The reason I'm having you do this exercise is because I'm bringing you into the moment. You are now so focused on what's going on that you have detached yourself from autopilot. Your awareness is now so heightened onto a new level that you are seeing, hearing, tasting, and touching things in a completely different way. So as always, I want to hear from you. Comment below. Let me know the food that you chose. Let me know what you tasted, what it smelled like, what it felt like. What were those thoughts going through your head? And also, how often are you on autopilot? How often is it that you're eating a meal and that you're maybe playing on your phone, or that you're working, or that you're watching TV, and you are completely disengaged from the meal that's in front of you? What other ways in your life are you on autopilot with? Let me know below. As always, I'm here to help motivate, support, and inspire you any way that I can. So thank you so much for participating, being engaged, and also spending your time and energy with me. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Sending tons of love your way.